What's up guys, this is the Guitar Legend coming at you with a brand new reaction video, and finally we're going to take another look at Nemophila. The timing was just perfect. I was about to react to Raitei, the music video, but I've seen that they've literally just released a new video, a live version, a live recording of this song. So I'm extremely excited to check this out, guys. As I said in my previous reactions to Nemophila, they have probably one of the most interesting takes when it comes to modern metal in the Japanese metal scene, in the Japanese scene overall, I should say. So I'm very excited, very curious to find out how this is. Of course, Dissension was fairly different from Oiran, the two songs that we've been listening to together here on the channel, guys. It was even more modern, more aggressive, and I'm very curious. Of course, I do know that Raitei was let's say an older song. I see that the official music video is 7 months old, so it's still new music, don't get me wrong, but it's of course older than Dissension. I'm very curious though, guys. Let's see how this goes. Nemophila, Raitei, live. Let's go. Oh. Those glasses. Wow, so aggressive. Wow. Oh, this is so good, very aggressive, very modern as well. Oh. Beautiful vocal melody there. Ah, the tone on that guitar. Screaming. Again, the bass player just laughing all the way through the song. Even right after she sings. This is such a strong chorus, guys. The melody works so well. Beautiful, great solo. Nice, they changed the key of the whole song. Harmonizing. The bass player is still laughing. Wow. She just has that power that she can just switch on like that. It's impressive. Oh. fantastic song, guys. This was much more closer, I want to say, when it comes to the songwriting aspect, to Dissension than it was to I'm forgetting the name, guys. Sorry, the other one that we listened to on the channel, Oiran. That's the name. Was much more in that direction. I do want to, and I will for sure go and listen to the music video. Let's say the official recording, like the studio recording of this, right after finishing, of course, with the video with the analysis here, guys, because I do think that the mix was a bit unbalanced for the live recording. I think that the drums, the cymbals were a bit too crashy, let's say. The crashes were a bit too crashy in the mix. Like they covered up a lot of, especially the guitar tone, I think, and the rhythmic guitar. During the solos, the guitars were extremely clear, fantastic. The guitar solos were amazing. But I will, I mean, you could tell, of course, what was going on, 100%. But I'm very curious also to listen to the studio recording of this song. There were such interesting lines, both when it comes to the vocal performance and, as I said, in the guitar solos. And I could actually even pick up the bass a bit more than I did for sure in the other two songs, especially towards the end. Of course, the fact that it was a live recording helped because, especially when the two guitars were harmonizing, there wasn't a rhythmic guitar, so the guitars weren't on the lower section, so the bass could really come through as much as possible. But it was also wonderful being able to hear very clearly the backing vocals, very clear, especially again in the pre-chorus, chorus, I want to call that. Also towards the end, it was very clear. I saw the bass player and one of the guitar players were singing for sure. Beautiful, very well done. The bass player, I mean, that's something so. It feels good to watch her enjoy playing so much. Like playing in the band, there was also that bit towards the end where I guess, I don't know if the guitar player with the glasses like in the nose or the bass player cracked the drummer up as well. But that's just so beautiful. Like you can tell that the dynamic in that band, in this band, is just fantastic. That's exactly the type of vibes that you want in a band. I mean, of course, you can create something phenomenal even if the dynamic in the band is largely compromised. I'm not saying that you can't. Even if you think about Pink Floyd, like, we all know that the relationships weren't the best, even if you think about The Wall. But you know, there are many records, many artists that went through different, let's say, difficult phases in their careers, and they still managed to put out fantastic records and fantastic music. But that being said, I think that every single band in the world, if you ask them, they will tell you, yeah, we'd love to have a band dynamic like this because everybody's having fun, everybody's supporting each other. It's just wonderful. The drumming performance and the bass were so strong, so strong. Again, I don't know if that's something that the live recording helped me pick up a bit more, but it was so strong and so loud and so present throughout the whole thing. Fantastic. The highlight for me would be for sure the vocal performance during the chorus, which was very melodic, opening up so beautifully. The lines that she chose. It's a Friday evening, guys. Sorry, my English is a bit slower than usual. The vocal lines that she chose were just fantastic. They worked so well with what was going on beneath her, both in the rhythmic section and in the rhythmic guitars as well. And then there was the other standout moment for me was on the. There was, of course, a first guitar solo, then there was the proper guitar solo, I want to say, like alternating two guitar solos and then the harmonizing together the guitar players. And the second guitar solo of the second round, let's call it like that, was fantastic. Specifically for what I said, guys, they changed the key of the whole thing beneath her. so it felt like a very strong switch, a very strong change compared to the first guitar solo, which is something that's not always the case. It's something that happens a lot, for example, with Iron Maiden. They do that a lot, but it's not always the case, and that's uh, let's say that doing something like this really helps in making a stronger contrast between the first and the second one, the first and the second guitar solo, if you have one after the other, and then going back to the previous melody with the harmonizing guitars. It's a fantastic way to keep things very interesting and not making it sound like one single huge guitar solo. Also, I mean, the note selection, the technique, everything was a bit different when it comes to the guitar players and the solos. So maybe a guitar player can pick that up, but for, you know, the let's say the listener that it's not necessarily a musician or it's not a guitar geek like myself, you wouldn't probably pick that up, and you just assume that it's one guitar player that's just rambling on forever. So it was beautiful to see that and to hear that. Overall, again, the guitar performances were very strong. Also in the rhythmic section, as I said, it was a bit lower in the mix than I think it should be, and that's why I'm very curious to go and listen to the official recording as well. But I have to say, at the first listen, this is probably even better than Oiran, and I loved Oiran. I'd put it up there with Dissension, to be honest. It's very similar vibe when it comes to the song and the songwriting. A bit less aggressive, I want to say, this one, but it's the same sort of structure, a more aggressive verse, then opening up on a more melodic chorus. But here the chorus was even a bit more melodic than Dissension. Guys, I can't say, like, I can't express how excited I am to get eventually a full record from these ladies, because again, it's like all the stars are aligning. There is a fantastic band's dynamic internally. They have been growing, and you can tell that already just from these three songs that I've listened to, from Oiran to this one and then to Dissension. There is a clear growth, I think, when it comes to the songwriting, and they seem to be putting a lot of effort in. Like, if I see here and if I look at the recommended videos on YouTube, I see a lot of activities on their YouTube channel. I think that people are starting to pick up more and more about the band. So I surely hope that they stick together for as long as possible, and I can't wait to get a proper full release, because it's very exciting. It's a band that I think we should all keep a close eye on, especially for the Japanese scene, because there is a lot of potential there. Guys, thank you so much for recommending me this. The timing was just perfect. I'll see you very soon with the next one. Leave me in the comments below, of course. Let me know what you think of the song. Let me know if this is a good representation of this song as well, compared to the official recording. And let me know, as always, what should come next to the channel when it comes to reaction, covers, stuff like that. Leave me a request down below, guys. Thanks again. Have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you very soon with the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye.